So this is one of our Pre-Raphaelite collections. It's from the later phase of the Pre-Raphaelite artists. It's an artist called Byam Shaw, and this was painted in 1901. It's titled Last Summer Green Things Were Greener, and that's a quote from a poem by Christina Rossetti, who was sister of Dante Gabriel Rossetti, one of the founders of the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. At first sight, this is just a lovely bucolic country scene, a lady standing by a stream. But if you look closely, you can see that she's wearing black and grey. She's holding a skein of purple yarn. And those are all colours of grief and mourning. And the date of the work gives us the clue as to why this should be so. So in 1901, we were in the midst of fighting the Boer War in South Africa. And this lady has been widowed by the fighting, and sadly that's still an all too common occurrence. So this little jewel of a painting is called Sigismunda Drinking the Poison by a Birmingham artist called Southall. The story is rather horrific, really. Sigismunda was the daughter of an Italian prince called Tancred. She fell in love with a courtier. He was enraged that she should love such a lowly individual and had him strangled, and then sent his heart in a goblet to Sigismunda, and she then poured poison on it and drank from it, so that they were very much Romeo and Juliet, both dead together, and that's what's happening in this work. Joseph Southall was very much inspired by the Pre-Raphaelites, although he was never part of the Brotherhood, but he did know Burne-Jones and also Arthur Gaskin, who was a Birmingham jeweller. He painted in a very ancient style of painting that was used in the Middle Ages called tempera, where you use egg yolk as the binder for the ground pigments, and it gives this real glow to the colours. He was very inspired by fairy story and myth and these kind of medieval romance tales, which is what you can see here. His models were often one of two sisters, so he worked with Geraldine and Irene Lewis. They were both very beautiful. One was dark, one was blonde, which allowed him to do a number of stories like Rose Red and Rose White. And this potentially could well be Geraldine, or at least inspired by her. It's not a very large painting in our collection, but it packs quite a punch.